Hey everybody, Andy here, aka Montolio. Yep, we're back for another Vintage League with Black Scam. Mono black deck here. I was playing Collector Roofs if you saw my previous two videos on it. I've actually moved them to null rods. I think there's a lot of creature removal that's running around right now, and Collector Roof is such an integral card um, for a lot of matchups. Like they're like PO and Jewel as two for an example. So I've decided to move towards the null rods. I think that's a pretty big upgrade. I have moved down to Feign Death +1 Reanimate, and I've got a second Shield Ridden here. Otherwise, pretty much the same deck. And if you guys haven't seen how this video works, basically what it is you're trying to have a very disruptive game plan with 4 Grease, 4 Thoughtseize to be able to disrupt your opponent's hand. You're trying to return things that you either discard from them or yourself reanimate them. We've got some turbo on turn 1 Dark Rituals into are 1 drops and 2 drops, same turn. Opposition agent has been actually quite good for me. So that's basically the gist of the deck, guys. I do have an opponent waiting here, so we will not keep them waiting. If you haven't done so already, hit that like and subscribe button. We'll see you in round 1. Okay, on the die roll, that's where we want to be. This hand is not very good. Fortunately, I think we have to mulligan this. And I do think this hand is solid. I think we can dump the Mox here. And what we can do is we can grief our opponent on turn 1, and then we can cast back-to-back Doughty Voidwalkers. Not optimal because we'd much rather have the Doughty Voidwalkers in play already, but that's okay. Dovin, eh? Dovin is a pain. There's not much I can do about it, though. The One Ring is just by far the biggest threat, and my opponent's hand is pretty good here, so we're probably losing this game. And then there's Dovin, yep. Oh! Force negation. Don't think we need to worry about Wasteland here. This is just strictly for Deathrite Shaman. Okay. I guess I could cast the Mox and let them use the oh, you got to pay for Dovin. Oops. Which is the reason that you run Dovin. Yep. I am going to play the Mox. I have a feeling that my opponent might counter it just to do something. And if they do it, that gives me force and negation. Okay, they didn't do that. There's no point in me attacking here. I will get Dovin dead next turn. Hopefully they do minus it. Yeah, that's good news for me because that allows me to sit back on the other one that won't deal any damage. Yeah, this is suboptimal for sure, but I'm going to do it anyways. And this is going to get, oh yeah, and this is going to give me force of negation now, or force of will, even better. So I now have a force of will underneath my Void Walker if I get into trouble. Let's pop that out so we remember we have it. Oh, we got a Dovin too. I do like that. I think I'm only going to attack with one. There's just so many things that can go wrong from my opponent's deck. I know this is really cautious on my part, but I feel like I'm in a decent position here. And I might change my mind next turn. Three, six, nine. Okay, I changed my mind. I'm going for it. We're going to try and kill them next turn. Okay. That was a little bit of a risky line from me, but things worked out there against combo. So I had Collector Roofs in the place of these, and I think Null Rod is just a strict upgrade on Collector Roof and decks that can support it right now, because the main way that Collector Roof is being killed right now is, swords to plowshares and dismembers are the most common things that we're seeing. And none of those things work. And yes, they're going to find targets for other creatures and things, but people not getting their artifacts back is no small joke. I feel like Deathrite is pretty weak here. Deathly Voidwalker was solid there, but I don't know how much I want it. Yeah, Feign Death's okay. We'll try this. When you get somebody with Feign Death, it's just such a beating. Wow, this hand is just, if it had a land, it would be really good. Okay, I think Shieldred's going to go here. And we just have to hope we find a land source, a black source here. Or Mox would be nice, Lotus. Okay. I think first things first, let's take a look. I guess I can actually scam my opponent first. So it doesn't really matter. Then we just reanimate. Manifold Key. Oh, yeah. They still have the force here. So I just have to take Manifold Key. This will cost them. I think I can be patient till next turn. Here comes Teferi. I forgot this land can play Teferi. Oh, Dovin, okay. Okay. It will cost me an extra mana to do this, but I think it's worth it to just completely disrupt my opponent here. Force of Will is gone. I got 2 cards here. Now, Dovin is causing me a little bit of a problem here. But I do think that I just have to suck it up this turn and reanimate and get a Grief into play here. Dovin will be able to handle that for a while. I'm going to take the Fairy Time Raveler, so they do have a Time Walk they cannot currently cast. And that is my play. Op Agent is not a good draw, but I'm not thrilled about this situation. But I really want to take them off mana. It'd be nice to have that Grief if I can find another land. I had another Grief in the yard. Yep. There it is. Could Force of Will this, I suppose. Okay. Take our wins where we can get them, guys. See you next round. Okay, guys. Here we go. Round 2. So looks like an easy keep. Not win the die roll. Mosh is a combo player. So we have to hope our misstep can hold the fort here. Yep. Mm-hmm. Let's see what they get up to here. Hopefully it's not an Oath of Druids. That would be pretty bad for me. Time Walk. Okay. I can live with that. That one oh boy. Yeah, I'm going to counter that one. Hopefully they don't Ancestral here, but I think they would have done it if they had it because of drawing a land. So I think let's get the Troll because we're pretty solid on land here. And let's see what we're dealing with and see if we can resolve this with a Reanimate. Be very nice. I guess I should have played a land there to play around days. But I might want to go after their land here with Wasteland, to be perfectly honest, because they did not play a land last turn, and that's a pretty big game. Okay, so they've made this one easy for us. Well, easy is the wrong word for it. I'm going to take Brainstorm here. And then I'm going to Wasteland them, and I'm going to try and set up Reanimate the following turn. This takes them off of Flusterstorm if we're lucky. Their hand can do a lot of damage if they find the right cards, but they can't do anything if they don't have land. And they do not find it. So let's see if they found a force. Okay, it's in. And take the flash. And it's pretty solid. Next turn we'll be able to play a Douthie, and if we get lucky, we might be able to get an op agent into play before they find a land. Oops. So they do not know about the opposition agent here, which is nice. Now, we know what's in their hand, but they are getting to a place here where things could be a little scary. I probably should have proactively flashed this, to be perfectly honest, because then we end up playing a game of chicken. I'm going to do it now. If they have a force of will, so be it. But I need to improve my clock here as best I can. This is now a 2-turn clock. Oath of Druids itself won't beat me. They could technically have a creature they could show and tell in here. Okay, solid win for us. Oath of Druids. Probably a pretty bad matchup for me, I would expect. Hard to sideboard effectively given what I have here. Children's just too slow. Needle for Oko. Just wondering, do we actually want Thoughtseize? Or, excuse me. Maybe I just try the Null Rods here. The Bowmasters are pretty mediocre here. Okay, let's try this out. Like, a quick turn 1 Oath is pretty much lights out for us. Well, what are you going to do? Now, this is pretty disruptive. If we can get triple Thoughtseize going, it's pretty strong. Given how bad this is on the draw. Oh, wow, okay. That does nothing to my hand here. Land? I think I dump one of the Thoughtseizes. Well, I do need a land. I could get strip mine and troll. I think that's pretty good. Okay, here's the instant. Here's the sorcery. Here's the artifact. Here's the land, and here's the creature. That was pretty good, eh? Probably take Oko out of their hands here, but I guess Voidwalker is pretty strong here. Next turn, I could get Oko. Okay, that was a good turn. Let's see what you got. You can take Oko. Now, Misstep here is nice. So I could just cast Oko right now. I don't think I need to do that. I think I don't know. Maybe I just play Null Rod right now. No, Null Rod doesn't seem amazing for me. I guess I just take their land. I put them on a 2-turn clock here. Your go. Gosh, this deck is just so nasty. Like, I feel like we just absolutely dismantled the old player there. See you next round. All right, here we go, guys. No, no land. I did win the die roll. Okay, that does work. Yep. We're a long ways away from Shieldred here. Ooh, white initiative. Might we just take their... I mean, we take their Mana Crypt and Chrome Mox, right? Yes, we do. I guess I could have took their White Plume Adventurer. And reanimated it, but I don't like that as much. It would have got me a land to play with. We'll take the Chrome Mox. We've walked that path. So we'll see if they wasteland us here. And look, it's not optimal if they wasteland here. There is no doubt about that. It's not optimum, but if we draw another black source off the top, okay. Okay, they got a lot of removal here, or waste effects, but I mean, they're just trying to build themselves up to get in this game, which they're not far off of. So I've got to find some more help here. Mm-hmm. Gonna thin a bit. They have strip mine. I do know that. So here comes the adventurer. Maybe they'll do a peacekeeper. I'm not sure. Cavern. Yep. That is not an overly effectual card against me right now. So we need to draw something here. We need some help, or we're likely going to lose this because Peacekeeper is Vigilance and this will untap, so I'll never be able to get through. Bowmasters was just a sweet, sweet draw. Okay. I mean, it's not optimum, but it is what it is. I will be able to get the initiative back, at least temporarily. Waste me again and play Athalia. I guess it won't work that way because I have to flash it in now. Yeah, they've got me under some pressure here. They did find Athalia. That makes that line a lot better. I'm losing pretty badly now. Okay. Need a bit of help here. So we did find the reanimate, but I can't do it. I'm quite a ways away from that as well. So, yeah, we're going to need some lands here. Mm-hmm. Okay, I guess I'll take this one. Deathrite Shaman would be a nice draw here. Dark Ritual. Could reanimate Solitude. Or do I want the White Plume Adventurer and start grabbing some lands? I mean, Solitude seems pretty good here. I also have the Troll of Khazad-dûm, but that puts me remarkably close to death. This will knock my opponent down to 8. The problem with this line is I can't really get through. Oh, Thalia! Yeah, this is pretty rough now. I'm going to have to do the Solitude for sure next turn if I can find a land. Yeah, this white initiative deck is just really, really difficult to beat. Like, I had a pretty darn good 6 to start, and my opponent just basically played a land pass, got to turn 3, played a creature, wastelanded me out, played another creature, and we've just kind of been losing since. So I am unfortunately going to have to get a chump block in front of this thing here, because I won't be able to reanimate if that's the case. So I'm not happy about it, but it's what we got. And we need to find a land here, guys. And we did. This is tough. I think it has to be the white plume. I am not happy about it, but it's where I'm at. What is up? Oh, Thalia makes it 4. Okay. That's game. That is a disappointing loss. I'm not going to lie. Okay, I mean, we've got some decent removal here. Do we want Null Rod? I feel like Null Rod does hold my opponent accountable. Don't really want any legendary creatures. Voidwalker seems fine. Feign Death seems fine. This is 6 cards. Okay. They might have swords, but I think that's okay. I think Misstep is just pretty mediocre. Let's try this. Super awkward, right? Like I can hard cast it. Don't you have a Chancellor? I think I get rid of the second Grief here and keep the Dark Ritual. Yeah, that seems to make sense. I think I just take Chancellor. Here we go. They drew that off the top. Unreal. All right. Well, and here comes the big guy. So I'm losing pretty badly now. I'm going to get into that initiative and get a land out of here. I can't believe they peeled that freaking Solitude, man. Solitude is such a powerful card in their deck. Like, it's one of the things that just greatly invalidates the strategy that I'm playing. Like, they got me both really good with it. Let's just hope they don't have anything else here. If they don't, I have a chance here. Just rip a removal spell. Okay. Jesus. This is disappointing. But I'm all on air. They're going into the trap here in a second. We just need them to keep bricking here, and we got to find something. Believe it or not, I think I have to chump block here. Reanimate is one of the spells I can use here to get myself back in this game. We're going down low here, guys, but I drew the spell. We played correctly. And if we can get this initiative, like, they're going to draw a card here, unfortunately, so it won't be a guarantee that I can get through, but it would sure be nice to get that initiative and take over this game. No, please. Yep. We need removal. I don't have a ton of it in my deck, but they got us. All right, see you next round. Okay, guys. Absorbent 3. We did win the die roll. My hand has no land. I guess I keep it. Like, do I want to turn one Shieldred? Down to 5. Wow. Like, Shieldred's really powerful, but I mean, it doesn't really do a ton against their deck. I could just Grief, but that's far, far worse. Turn 1 Shieldred is really powerful, though. And I'm only a mana away from casting these other things, so I'm going to actually keep Shieldred. And I think I'm going to dump one of my Bowmasters. Because they're down to 5, this could be quite disruptive. Yeah, I mean, Force of Vigor is not very good. Okay, take Delighted Halfling. Yeah, I'm going to play out Shieldred here. Shieldred's a really good card, and my opponent is going to be a little slow casting anything, so this will be applying pressure. And hopefully we can just find a land. Like a black producing land. Wasteland, okay. Like, we might not even need anything else here other than Shieldred. But let's see. Ooh, Mox, nice. And they did not peel anything by the looks of it. Puts them to 6. They're dead next turn if they can't stop it. Oh, do they have an endurance here? Or are they thinning? Gonna kill my Mox. Oh, Minskimbu, come on. Mm-hmm. And take the red source here. So it's going to take me 3 turns in the least to kill them here. And what the problem is if they find another creature, it could be really bad for me because I'm going to have to sit back and not attack anymore. And they're going to be able to sacrifice their Minskin Boo, a bigger Boo, to kill me. So it's going to be close. Oh no. Grist. Yep. I just haven't found a land. Only wasteland. There's one. Okay. Well, they can pretty much... I guess this cannot kill me right now. I could Bowmaster them down to 1 here. They're going to make a creature here. I feel like I should play Deathrite Shaman. But they can just kill Deathrite. That's the problem. Guess I'll pass turn this time. If they try and put it on here... Create a 1/1, yep. So they know I have Bowmaster here. It's close, but I am going to shoot Boo. If I can find a black source here, that's so huge for me. Because I can cast 2 Deathrites. And they can only kill 1 of them, as we currently stand. Okay, Feign Death is actually shockingly good here. I can come right at my opponent. They're going to block with the token. I'm going to put them down to 2. I could kill Grist here. Yeah, I'm going to go after Grist. Did they just let Grist go? Okay. No, I have 2 2/2s. And I'm going to be able to make a Deathrite Shaman next turn, hopefully. Yep. Yep, thank goodness these are both 2s. Gosh. Okay. I think this is just Force of Vigor. Or maybe there's that Vigor there in their yard. I don't know what this is, but let's see. Do I want to put my opponent down to 1 life here? I think so. Maybe not, though. Because otherwise they just throw the hamster at the death right. And they can't draw cards that way or they die. I'm glad I thought about that for a second. Like if they throw something at the death right here for fear of dying from it, it's going to be close. And my opponent might not realize it with Orcish Bowmaster. They might throw the boo. No, they're just making a big old boy. Yeah. Okay. They can't get in here. Now I think I attack with both. Where the only way I really get burned here is if they have an endurance. I'm going for it. I want to try and kill them. Wow, what a game that was. Definitely want these. I think we want some snuff outs. Needles for exactly that reason. Grist and Minsk. Minsk and Boo. Might want the mental misstep. They have a fair amount of 1-drops. Probably don't need both op agents. I feel like Shieldred, despite it was decent there on turn 1, is just a little bit too slow for what we're looking to do. Don't know that I need all these. But you know what? I'm going to take out a Bayou. How cool was Feign Death there? Literally saved me from dying to the Renin 6. Bowmasters is not at its best. You know what? Needle is just not that great against my opponent because they seem to keep in Force of Vigor. And I don't know why, because the card is not good against me. But I played them earlier and they keep it in. So I'm just not sure why they do that. But that's okay. So we can dismember one of their plays and reanimate it. We've got a Deathrite Shaman here for land. It's a little bit of a clunky hand, but probably will misstep a turn 1 play if there is one. Oh, that's a nice one because what I can do now is take their best card out of their hand and reanimate it. And of course, they don't have any best cards at all. Definitely taking Sylvan Library there. It's not even a contest. They will probably drop Collect Roof here is my guess. Yeah, a little bit awkward, but slightly constrained on mana, but I think we just try and disrupt them as much as we can here. Mm-hmm. Probably just going to cast a Doughty Voidwalker here. I don't know. I really hate to dismember one of these creatures because none of them really matter. I mean, certainly the Scavenging Ooze is going to get big, but I probably is not going to get it a range this turn. There's one creature in the graveyard right now. Yeah, I'm going to cast the Voidwalker while I can, because once that Ooze gets going... I mean, the Voidwalker is not looking very good here because I can't block. Like, I'm going to end up going down reasonably low on life here, but... And Reanimate and Dismember are all really bad in this situation. It is one of the considerations of this deck, insofar that there is a definitive tax on your life. I'm going to lose some life here. Actually, I'm going to have to play it off the Voidwalker. Hmm. Not optimal, guys, but that's the world we're living in here. And hopefully they attack in here. They did not. They understand how their Scavenging Ooze works. Get some much needed life gain. And make my guy bigger than theirs. And I guess I could have reanimated the other one, but I wanted to make my Screws bigger. Just awful, guys. Well, I'm going to start getting in. This is the world we're living in. Oh, endurance. Okay, I don't know what that was. I'm not happy to do this, but we're going to do it anyways. I mean, if they had a creature, they would have played it, so that's probably just a really bad idea going down to 6 there, but anyways, it gives me some fodder for my death right here, putting an extra spell in my yard. It actually was a really great draw for me. I mean, obviously, I'd want something more powerful. Not that I could. I guess I have a 3 mana available to me here, but I can double block now with my death rights and only lose 1, and it further feeds my ooze, and I kill one of their creatures, of course, in the process. 6/6. 6 life to 6 life. Death right, yeah. I do kill them here. They have to attack with everything. All right, that was a really interesting match. We'll take it though. Okay, guys, here we are round 5, playing Danny Ground. I will give Danny Ground a shout out. As I was playing them the other day, they were playing what I think was Weasel's green-white list, but I was playing White Initiative, and lethal on the stack. They left me sitting there for 10 minutes, and I did talk to them about it the following day, or attempted to, and was ignored, and a little bit disappointing. I never had any bad interactions with Danny previously, but the fact that they didn't apologize and move on with it would have been completely fine, because I have been there when you're on tilt and done some or said some unsavory things throughout my time playing MTGO, but been many years since I've salted on anybody, and really don't expect to see it too often with vintage regulars. But anyways, there you go, Danny. Okay, what do we got here? So, Lurrus of the Dream done. Yeah, I mean, this is a pretty sweet hand. We did not win the die roll, unfortunately. This would be really awesome if we had. Yeah, Ragavan. Okay. I wish we had some discard. How do I want to sequence this? I can't really be having Ragavan hit me, so for me that feels like Op Agent is the more expendable spell here. Let's see if I can resolve the Lotus. That's another way of looking at this, because if they have Force and Negation, it does make this a lot worse. Yeah, preordained. So I'm probably playing against Jeskai. I think I'm going to do the Troll here. I do get burned if they have Swords to Plowshares or if they have Mental Misstep here. Okay, that is my play. Your go. I'm not going to attack with the Troll here. If this is a Swords, it sucks, but it is not a Swords. Just pull Lurrus to hand. Okay. I'm coming in now. Look, it's possible here that my Op Agent gets countered, but I'm putting a lot of pressure on my opponent here. And I will trade my Op Agent for the Ragavan. I mean, they're going to be so happy it's not a Bowmaster. They do have Force. Okay. Let's just hope they hit a land. Wasteland, nice. So they can play their Lurrus, but I'm going to kill them if they do that. Well, not guaranteed, but they have 2 unknown cards in hand. To be honest, I really like how my deck is set up, but I feel like, I mean, Jeskai really struggles with Shieldred. It's just so hard to get to Shieldred. That's the problem. Feign Death is like, against Swords, probably pretty bad. Voidwalker does keep them honest with their Lurrus, so I do like that. Like, maybe Op Agent is just a little too slow. Probably could jump a Troll, but I do like Troll. I'd jump one Shieldred. I'm going to dump Shieldreds here. Look, Shieldred is awesome, but I think it's probably the worst card in the deck because it's very difficult to get up to 4 mana, and especially when you're playing against counter spells and stuff like, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's okay. It's not a great hand. We could lose to Ragavan on this one. I probably am just going to play a turn 1 Death Ray as my guess to ensure that I have something in front of Ragavan, or try my best to get in front of Ragavan versus playing a Spellwind and Negation. Like on their upkeep, I guess I could go to their main phase, but probably just a Ragavan here is my guess. Nope. Yep. Okay. I do like that. Do I want to scam them? I probably do. The thing is, I can hard cast this next turn. And I can snuff out something and chump block if I have to. So I do like this here. I guess I need a land, and like to naturally draw a land in order to cast Grief next turn. But that's okay. Yep, Ragavan. I'm just going to snuff it. Or do I even care? Okay, now I will trade. Okay. I'm not averse to this. Hopefully they have no misstep. Okay, that did not work out. But I mean, they only have lands. I pull Lurrus to hand here. We do have an answer to Lurrus. I suspect that they will just... well, I am only 2 lands in play, but they do know I have trolls, so what will be interesting is do they go ahead and pull Lurrus to hand proactively? Okay. Like, the land cycling's not ideal here. I guess I don't really have anything else going on, but... So what they're going to do is they're going to play Lotus, Lurrus. Oh, they're digging. I guess they know I have Dismember, and they don't want to play into my Dismember. Which is a reason maybe to play around Flusterstorm to keep going and getting lands here. 2 top, 0 bottom. Yikes. Okay. Yeah, we might be losing this one. Well, I do have a reanimate. It's going to make them use their Soul Guide Lantern here, but I don't think we have a choice. I kind of want to go get my my Deathrite Shaman, but maybe it's just Troll here. I could use their Soul Guide to stop this line. You know what? I should have gone after something in their graveyard. Yeah, that was way better to do that. Okay, so now they are all in on this Lurrus. So let's see if they remember that I have a Dismember here. They are not playing that friggin' Lurrus for the life of them. Yeah, that would have been way better to take their graveyard away. Yep, for that reason exactly. Damn. All right. Well, felt like we were firmly in control of this game, but it just got away from me. We didn't really draw any threats. We just had like the 3 trolls. I thought the Soul Guide was really bad, but they did get us with it. I mean, we knew that they were going to get us with it, but we had no choice. But I should have gone after their Ragavan is what I should have done. Had I thought about it more, it would have been a far better play because it would have stopped the dig through time and them having Ragavan in their yard for when Lurrus comes back. Try and set it up again. Let's just draw a reanimate. I'm going to get a Bayou. So, this is just too good to pass up. Force of Will. Okay. Yeah, these guys the guy just keeps drawing preordains off the top of his library. It's unreal. I just need him to pull Lurrus to hand and use it. Yeah, that was backbreaking. Yep. Not sure we're going to win this one. Yep. 1 mana away, guys. They strip mine me there, and that's the risk of not having another basic. I mean, having 3 basics in your deck is pretty amazing, but yikes, guys. That's probably going to do it. I mean, they're going to get a Ragavan out of it. All right, because now if they pull the Lurrus, they can play Ragavan. Like, my discard spells are looking really bad here. Okay, Lorien revealed. Okay, now they pull Lurrus. Please pull Lurrus to hand. They just refuse to do it. That's right, that was a good one. Problem is I don't have a green source here. We're going to Thoughtseize first. Now they can do it. So they're going to go for Ragavan here. So they traded Lurrus for Ragavan, which is pretty good. I'm getting no value out of Grief here, but it's a 3/2 creature, and I'm just willing to do that, given what our circumstances are. And what do we want to start attacking in their yard here? They're definitely coming in with Ragavan. And we will block Ragavan. Help! We need some help. That does not help. I think we go after their preordains here. Yep. We are inching closer. That's a good one. Glad I didn't Wasteland. Containment Priest. Yeah. I don't think my opposition agent is likely to resolve. But if it does, it's good for me. I'd rather pay the life and try and play around Flusterstorm. Okay, another nice 4-1 with this deck, guys. Let's take a look at the changes we made. So, extra Reanimate. Reanimate was pretty awesome, not going to lie. I do like Feign Death, but it was good at least once in this league, but we shaved down on a couple of those. One to accommodate this, and an extra Shieldred. I really don't think Shieldred is good in this deck. Like you saw in that game, it was just like almost impossible to get up to 4 mana, and when you are using 4 mana, it's typically not your best play. I really think I need to figure out a better alternative for this. The Null Rods, I think in theory, are better than Collector Roof for the reasons I mentioned earlier, in that these are not easily removed. You have Hurkyl's Recall or Repeal really in the format. Both should not be sided in against me. This is a life-hungry deck, which is an argument for Shieldred. It could matter if I do have this in play and I'm trying to dismember and snuff out, and really the only life game that we do have is Deathrite Shaman, and it's not a reliable source of life gain depending on what type of deck you're playing against. So something to consider there. But those are the changes that I did make, and I did add an extra ley line of the void there. I think I can't remember what I cut now from the original sideboard, but I think it was a Beseiju. So yeah, guys, another clean 4-1 with this deck. We did lose to White Initiative in this league, and I felt like I was winning both of those games. My opponent nutter buttered me. We had a really great hand, I know, in game 2, and they just had a better hand ripping the Solitude off the top. I don't think they could win without that. But anyways, that said, we will see you next time. Appreciate you guys hanging out. Remember, hit that like